Hey everybody, and welcome back. I am at Westwood Memorial Cemetery. There goes the sirens, there goes the helicopter. So for this video, we're going to stop by. I thought we'd see Marilyn first, pay our respects to her over here at Westwood, and then we'll make our way over to two of her houses. One was known as the Fortress, the one over in Bel Air, the Brentwood area. Over there, yeah, we're going to go over there. But before we do, I gotta stop by and see just a couple. The last time I was here in the private garden, there was somebody that actually let me in, so just want to pay our respects to Richard Simmons. He now has a grave marker. July 12, 1948, July 13, 2024. Forever sweating with the holies. I think you'd get a kick out of that. Also stopping by here, we always gotta stop by and pay our respects to Dean. Everybody loves somebody sometime. June 17th on Christmas Day, 12/25/95. Rest in peace, Dean. You are missed. Plenty of lipstick, plenty of kisses for you, even in the afterlife. Now the tree directly behind me kind of is a pretty much good focal point if you're trying to find anybody around here. The one person that's over by the tree too is always fun to see and pay respects. Betty Page, but Brian Wilson was laid to rest here not too long ago, and that's the other one that I was actually seeing if they have anything out for yet, and it doesn't look like they do. But in this corner, Miss Marilyn Monroe. There she is, and of course right next to Hugh Hefner. But today we're focusing on Marilyn. We're going to head over to her house right now, show the Fortress, and then we're going to go out to Burbank and show a house that is a little less seen, but where she lived as well, 1926 to 1962. Just flipped them around. Two more just because I'm here. Merv Griffin, I will not be right back after the message. And next to him, FARRAH FAWCET, passed away in 2000, and Ryan O'Neill. These are right here, and this is a very famous scene from when Marilyn passed away, those doors where she was brought out and taken all the way across to the corner where she was laid to rest over there. So, yeah, this is also seen a lot of stuff because there are so many celebrities here. So here's some footage that I found from the day Marilyn was actually the funeral before he passed away. Was I'll finally be able to see Marilyn, and that was his final words before he left this earth. So just thought I'd include this footage. Not sure if you've seen it. If you have, maybe you want to fast forward, but I just thought it'd be best to include it. Also, Kirk and Ann Douglas buried right here, so I wanted to show that. But next to them is Walter Matthau, and one of my favorites just right down the row from Walter and Carol. I love Grumpy and Grumpier Old Men. Such a good movie. If you come here, this is probably one of the smallest cemeteries that I've ever been to, so you could just spend a day, and you're literally in the middle of like LA right now. Let me show you what's around here. We have the Oppenheimer Tower, Avco, and I mean, we're just in the middle of everything here. But there's a gentleman over here, if you're around my age, you probably remember. Love it. Lucky enough to see this guy do stand up in Vegas. There goes the neighborhood, Rodney Dangerfield, still getting no respect.
Boy, that's the story of my life. No respect. No respect.
Really could spend a whole day in these cemeteries just because there are so many interesting people that are laid to rest here. But to show another one, right here we have Mel Torme, the Velvet Fog. So many gifts, so lovingly shared. Loving father, loving husband. But on the wall right up from him, if you've seen Poltergeist, Heather O'Rourke, who sadly passed away at a young age. If you look above that, you have Jackie Collins. She gave a great deal of people a great deal of pleasure. You look down from there and go over one, Joan Carson and Truman Capote. Beloved
Merely
friends.
games, Monsieur Perrier. Pitting wits with you, so to speak. You pit your witch with me, little man, and you won't have your witch to pit with. Know what I mean?
Look at the size of this house, and I got somebody following me. Or maybe just turn around. But real quick, I know that these people do not enjoy people coming down here to the end of this cul-de-sac, but I did want to show this is the house in August of 1962 where Marilyn Monroe, she only lived here 6 months, but she did pass away in this home, in the bedroom at this home. But I'm gonna try to line up as much as I can. And Pinup Palmer was just here the other day, or not too long ago. If you haven't seen her channel, check it out. It's really good. But here you go. You can kind of see behind the fence. They have plenty of cameras on this cul-de-sac, but that's the home right there. That's crazy. This was Marilyn Monroe's fortress. Not too far from Westwood Memorial Cemetery either. Crazy. Now this house is on Google with a simple search, so just get one more view of this. The year would have been 1962. Look at this house that they're building right next to Marilyn. This thing goes all the way to the street, and that's a 1920s Spanish style home. It's like an L-shaped house where she used to live. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and I believe it sold in 22 or 23 for $8.5 million. So a little bit pricier up in this area, but there are a lot of cool homes. They have everything from these old style to colonial, mid-century modern even peppered in, but very nice home if you can afford it. So we're gonna wrap up our Marilyn video. I've made my way, well, I'm actually about a stone's throw from Warner Brothers Studios, and directly behind me is the home that Marilyn Monroe lived in from 1947 to 1948. Now it's changed streets. It was 4215 Roland. It's now 4215 Warner. But there is a photo of her standing outside. So I'll show that photo and we'll check out the house real quick because it's still here, still pretty cool looking. It's right there, actually. Right so there. Here it is. It is occupied, so I don't want to bother the people, but it still looks like the same like little mailbox is on the door. And let me walk over here a little bit. It's obviously, you know, the hedges are grown up, but Marilyn would have been right there. Marilyn Monroe, Norma Jean herself. That's pretty special. I like that. I've still got quite a bit to do today, but I wanted to go around. Remember Marilyn, we were coming up the 405. Westwood, it's been a long day. Went over by her house over the Beverly Hills, Bel Air area where she passed away, and then ended up here. And it's such a crazy just juxtaposition of how close the studios are. Warner and Disney's just right down the road, if you don't know. She was right in the thick of things. I mean, she was discovered in Palm Springs at the Racquet Club, and I've actually done a video on that. So if you want to see that, just search through my videos and you'll find it. But with that being said, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I will. See you next time. One more look at the old homestead. 1 year. Marilyn was using the facilities here and resting her head. That's awesome. And it looks almost like, I don't know if those are the original bricks, but if so, that's pretty cool.